The political campaign in West Bengal is picking up steam, especially ahead of phase one of elections. Prime Minister Narendra Modi in Purulia took down the Kalahabe slogan. Mamata Banerjee, on the other hand, also addressed three rallies in the Mednipur Jhargram belt. We were at Mamata Banerjee's rally after analyzing the implications and the big highlights of the Prime Minister's speech. And when we reached Kalaikunda, which is in Kharagpur, uh, first is Pradeep, if you'd like to talk about the turnout that we saw there, and if you'd like to make a comparison with what we've actually seen in the rallies of the Home Minister and the Prime Minister.
I think, Saga, the strategy of the two parties with respect to that is completely different. Mamata Banerjee being the sole campaigner, she's doing three rallies. So the idea is more, micro level rallies. So I think the turnout for the rally would be somewhere between 10 to 20,000. For the Prime Minister's rally, it usually averages more than a lakh because Prime Minister is doing like 20 rallies, and even the Home Minister will be doing roadshows. So in that respect, the turnouts are completely different and the strategy is different. But for me, the biggest takeaway was that Mamata Banerjee is focused on the women vote, and I think even the BJP is focusing on it. So again, whether which way the women vote will decide will play a very crucial role where the Bengal verdict will go.
Absolutely, and then there is messaging also that's coming in because Mamata Banerjee at this point of time is conducting all these rallies and is actually addressing her cadre and her supporters on a wheelchair. Number two, I think, was the declaration.
Yes.
Was her declaration of a national ambition, something that she did in 2019 as well. This time, she went on to say that I will win Bengal, and now I will win.
Target
I
Delhi.
will. I will target Delhi next. What does this mean now? In case the Trinamool Congress doesn't do as well in the state of West Bengal, many have said that this will also mean a lot politically to Mamata Banerjee. But her target, if it is Delhi, then what does it mean in terms of national politics?
In fact, Sagar, yesterday in the video also we said, and I said that it is more to do with national politics. और अगर ममता बनर्जी जीती है तो सबसे बड़ी अपोजिशन लीडर के रूप में उभरेंगी, इमर्ज होंगी, rather than the राहुल गांधीज and the others. So I think वो बहुत clear है. अगर पर हारती हैं तो it will be much bigger advantage to the BJP rather than that a loss to the TMC, because TMC is a regional party and eventually then it will be restricted to the state of Bengal. So I think अगर हारेंगी ममता बनर्जी तो बीजेपी और नरेंद्र मोदी को बहुत बड़ा नेशनल फायदा होगा, और अगर जीतेंगी वो तो ममता बनर्जी को फायदा होगा. तो लॉस ममता बनर्जी को कम है, इज समथिंग विच आई फील, बिकॉज अल्टीमेटली द गेन इज सपोज if she wins it, then because we don't have that many opposition leaders with that amount of capital, political capital, and then Mamta will position herself as the opposition leader with the biggest political capital, is what I see. So that is the difference, because in 2016 the BJP was not as big in Bengal, so this is a head to head battle, and if the BJP is able to emerge victorious, it will be also a very big setback to Mamta in the state of Bengal, not nationally. So stakes are very very high. But for me, another thing, Saga, if you see, I didn't see the amount of enthusiasm in a Mamta rally was quite low compared to that of Prime Minister's rally. That is something which is a difference which I have seen. So
Is
yeah.
that because it's a micro rally and it is
But
done more at a
also
pada
Saga,
level?
वन मोर पॉइंट, अगर आपने देखा होगा कि जब प्राइम मिनिस्टर की रैली हमने देखा था कि जो महिलाएं आ रही थी वो अपनी फैमिलीज के साथ ज्यादा आ रही थी. यहाँ पे झुंड में महिलाएं सब महिलाओं के साथ थी, पुरुष से पुरुष के साथ थे. तो ये एक थोड़ा सा स्टार्क डिफरेंस मुझे देखने को मिला. तो जब गाड़ियों में भी भर के लोग जा रहे थे तो आपने देखा वो महिला एक वैन थी, उसमें सब महिलाएं एक साथ जा रही थी, और जो पुरुष थे वो अलग से पूरे बसेस में जा रहे थे. पर वहां पे जब हम लोग ने पीएम की रैली में आपने भी देखा होगा कि वहां पे परिवार ज्यादा आए थे. इट इज महिला अपने बच्चे के साथ आई थी, अपने पति के साथ आई थी. दिस इज अ डिफरेंस. अब ये क्या इंडिकेट करता है हमको स्टडी करना होगा, पर ये है. आप क्या सोचती हैं इसके बारे में?
Well, like you said, in fact, we also went and spoke to a few, women voters, and they were quite candid when they said that, the party has organized this Mitchell. That's what they call these meetings. Party has organized this Mitchell, and that is why we've come here. Obviously, exuding confidence in the fact that it is a Trinamool Congress that is going to once again come back to power. One more point that I would like to mention here is, Pradeep. I don't know if it strikes a defensive note, but what Mamata Banerjee said while appealing to voters is, after casting your vote, you must guard the EVM machines. Do not leave that spot.
Yes.
Stay there. Do not, in fact, even take anything that is being offered to you by anybody, because there is an opportunity that there could be
Oh,
a chance that the EVM machines could be stolen and your vote could be rigged.
well,
Uh,
I
what does this indicate?
Nothing. It is something which people of Bengal only know that. And Mamata Banerjee in Trinamool Congress talking about rigging is something which does not is not easily digestible. But another anecdote I want to share. जब हम लोग रैली खत्म हो रही थी तो हमने देखा था बीच एक छोले भटूरे वाला था और हमने उससे बात करने की कोशिश करी और बोला कि क्या लग रहा है आपने बोला कि 1 लाख लोग होंगे मैंने बोला 1 लाख उन्होंने ना आप 1 लाख नहीं मैंने 10,000 10,000 भी बेशी तो उसके बाद क्या कार हवा बेशी चलছে तृणमूल की पद्म फूल तो आपने देखा उसके बाद तभी दीदी का हेलीकॉप्टर गया था मैंने दीदी गई ऊपर दिखा के हेलीकॉप्टर तो ही स्टार्टेड लाफिंग and that is something which I don't did not understand and there's a lot of indication for me because it's a Trinamool Congress rally and if it's a TMC win why will the Chole Bhature guy not tell me.
Absolutely. So there is a lot to take away from rallies. That is why Team Jan Ki Baat, every time we go cover a rally, we are always in the back row. We are trying to study the body language, trying to understand how the voter or the supporter of a particular party responds to the leader. Both Narendra Modi and Mamata Banerjee as leaders communicate a lot with,
So
with their support base. This is something that is very, very common, the communication bit. One final point, this is what we mentioned in our previous, while speaking about the Prime Minister's rally as well. There was a constant reiteration of the points made in the manifesto,
yeah.
but with a very strong focus on what the party is doing for women voters. So, will the woman voter in Bengal turn out to be like the woman voter in Bihar?
Well, I think the data which we've collected right now, it is not as individualistic as it is in Bihar, and we have to wait and watch what the BJP gives for women of Bengal. Also, another point, Saga, you need to see there are three complex dimensions here. Let's say a place where the panchayat election has not taken place and there has been violence. Now the violence has taken place. If you remember, we had gone to this place in the Birbhum where the violence had taken place in front of their eyes and they were not allowed to vote. So there, the issue whether even if she's getting a welfare benefit, that takes the second step, and the violence takes the front step. And a lot of places, the violence have taken place. So whether the women there will behave differently. Places like right now where we are in Jhargram. Now this is where the entire tussle of the BJP had happened, and the home minister had to cancel his rally because the helicopter could not the technical snag in the helicopter. So here a lot of welfare benefits have women have got a lot of welfare benefits is what people tell us. So whether the women will, how will the women behave here? So a lot of complex dimensions here is what I want to say. So we have to wait and watch, and the only answer which we can get is in the Jan Ki Baat exit poll in the opinion poll.
Absolutely. So you must stand by for the exit poll and the opinion poll because we're coming up with it. But yes, like people say, like the people of Bengal say, hadda haddi লড়াই and আমরা ওইদিকে যাবো যার দিকে হাওয়াটা বেশি. Now it's only important to see which way the wind blows in all these 8 phases of elections. Thundering speech by the Prime Minister, equally fierce by the Chief Minister of West Bengal. The impact it makes on voters on the day of voting is something that we are going to wait and watch for. Thank you for watching.